Welcome to the Revealer. Manila, Philippines. In a world driven by global commerce, one Southeast Asian nation stands out, the Philippines. Headlines like "Philippines named world's best country in business English" and "Filipino professionals top choice for global BPO services" are now common. The Philippines, a nation of over 7,000 islands, is united by a powerful linguistic bridge, English. This isn't just about knowing a few phrases, it's about a deep, functional fluency that sets the country apart. This proficiency is the result of a century-long story of history, policy, and culture woven together. International companies look here for talent, and tourists find help in clear, understandable English. English is more than a convenience, it's a powerful economic and cultural asset. It's a cornerstone of the nation's identity and a key driver of its future. From government offices to remote villages, English is present in laws, classrooms, and even song lyrics. This widespread use creates an environment where English is not just learned but lived. How did this archipelago become one of Asia's most proficient English-speaking nations? The journey begins not with a choice but with the arrival of a new power on its shores. We'll explore the historical roots, educational policies, and cultural embrace that transformed English into a second language. This skill has powered an economic revolution and shaped modern Filipino society. The story of English in the Philippines is a story of connection to the past, to the global economy, and to a world of opportunity. English is more than just words, it's a key to the world. Let's discover how this language became a national asset. The story of English in the Philippines begins in 1898, when Spain ceded the islands to the United States. The Americans saw education as the key to transforming their new territory, and that meant education in English. Their goal: unify a diverse archipelago under a common language and introduce American values. In 1901, the USS Thomas arrived in Manila Bay, carrying 500 American teachers, the Thomasites. Their mission: build schools, train local teachers, and teach a curriculum entirely in English. For the first time, Filipino children from different regions learned from the same English textbooks and sang the same songs. The American colonial government made English the official language of government, business, and the courts. Proficiency in English became the key to social mobility and economic advancement. If you wanted a job in civil service or commerce, you needed English. This necessity ensured English quickly permeated every aspect of public life. Unlike other colonial powers, the Americans aimed for mass education, not just an elite. The public school system was accessible to everyone, not just the wealthy. English spread to towns and provinces across the country. This democratic approach meant English proficiency was not limited to one social class. It became a shared language, a national asset. The seeds planted by the Americans continue to bear fruit today. English became deeply rooted in Filipino society. The foundation was set for a nation fluent in the language of opportunity. This was the beginning of the Philippines' English edge. After independence in 1946, Filipino leaders recognized the value of English and kept it as an official language and primary medium of instruction. Unlike other post-colonial nations, the Philippines embraced a bilingual education policy. Subjects like math, science, and history are taught in English from elementary through university. For Filipino students, English is the language through which they learn about the world. They solve math problems, conduct science experiments, and write essays, all in English. This daily use makes English second nature. Students learn to think and express complex ideas in English, not just memorize grammar rules. In contrast, many Asian countries treat English as a foreign language, taught for a few hours a week. In the Philippines, the goal is real communication and comprehension. Classrooms encourage active use. Debates, presentations, and group projects are all in English. This creates a living laboratory for language acquisition. By college graduation, Filipinos have spent over a decade immersed in English. This deep-rooted training gives them a significant advantage in the global marketplace. They're prepared for university abroad and international careers. The Philippine classroom is an incubator for global citizens. English is not just a subject, it's a tool for success. This approach sets the Philippines apart in Asia. It's a nation raising generations fluent in the world's language. English in the Philippines extends far beyond the classroom. It's woven into daily life through pop culture and media. Filipinos wake up to Hollywood movies, American TV shows, and English-language music, often without subtitles. This constant exposure creates an immersive environment where English is absorbed naturally. Unlike other Asian countries, Filipinos prefer original English audio over dubbed versions. This boosts listening skills and keeps their English current and conversational. English is everywhere: billboards, store signs, menus, newspapers, and magazines. The language is unavoidable, signaling that English is for everyone, not just foreigners. It's a language of daily commerce, information, and communication. English is part of the modern Filipino identity. Filipinos adopt and adapt foreign influences, making English their own. It's used in casual conversations, text messages, and social media. English mixes with local languages, creating a dynamic and expressive form of communication. This seamless integration sets the Philippines apart. English is not just for business, it's for friendship, family, and fun. The language is lived, not just learned. That's the real secret to the Philippines' English fluency. In the late 1990s, the rise of business process outsourcing, BPO, transformed the Philippine economy. Global companies flocked to the Philippines for its large English-proficient workforce. The country became the call center capital of the world, creating millions of jobs for young graduates. These jobs demanded fluency, neutral accents, and cultural understanding. English proficiency became a ticket to the middle class and career advancement. Beyond call centers, millions of overseas Filipino workers, OFWs, use English to work abroad as nurses, engineers, and seafarers. English is their passport to global employment and economic opportunity. Parents encourage their children to master English, knowing it leads to better jobs. Schools and universities emphasize English to prepare students for the global market. The government promotes the Philippines as an English-speaking investment destination. English is now inseparable from personal and national prosperity. English in the Philippines is deeply embedded in family life and social aspirations. Many parents, especially in urban areas, expose their children to English from a young age. English language storybooks, cartoons, and daily conversations make the language familiar and friendly. By preschool, children already have a foundation in English. Social media is another powerful classroom. Filipino youth engage with English content daily. They follow international celebrities, join global trends, and practice modern slang online. This constant informal exposure builds confidence and fluency. Children use English at home, with friends, and online, not just in school. The family and social network support language learning at every turn. This holistic approach is more effective than textbook study alone. English becomes natural and accessible. The result? A generation of confident, fluent English speakers. A unique cultural attitude sets Filipinos apart. They're not afraid to make mistakes when speaking English. In many cultures, fear of embarrassment holds learners back. In the Philippines, there's openness and confidence. Filipinos jump into conversations even if their English isn't perfect. The focus is on connection, not perfection. This attitude, known as kapal ang mukha, means having the nerve to speak up without fear of judgment. The community is supportive. Mistakes are met with encouragement, not ridicule. This lowers anxiety and creates countless opportunities for real-world practice. Psychological safety is key to language learning, and it's abundant in the Philippines. Street vendors, students, and employees all use English confidently in daily life. This fearless approach accelerates learning. While others study in silence, Filipinos speak, interact, and improve every day. Their secret weapon isn't just education or media, it's cultural confidence. Mistakes are seen as steps on the journey to fluency. That's how the Philippines produces confident English speakers. English in the Philippines is a living language adapted to fit local culture. Taglish, mixing Tagalog and English, is common, allowing seamless code switching in conversation. This isn't a sign of poor English, but a sophisticated, efficient way to communicate. English words are used for technical terms, while local languages express emotion. Filipinos have developed unique English expressions, like calling a refrigerator a ref or saying, "open the light." These are established conventions of Philippine English, a distinct dialect. The Philippines is an active participant in the evolution of English. The language has been stripped of colonial connotations and infused with Filipino humor and worldview. English is now flexible, personal, and feels like home. It's a language Filipinos have truly made their own. English in the Philippines is more than a skill or a colonial legacy. It's a fundamental part of modern Filipino identity. The historical foundation, immersive education, and cultural embrace have created a unique linguistic environment. The Philippines communicates with the world in a powerful, distinctive voice. English gives the country an edge in a globalized world, attracting investment, fueling the economy, and empowering citizens. The language opens doors to knowledge, collaboration, and understanding. For Filipinos, English is a gateway to the future. As technology connects the world, English proficiency will only grow in importance. The Philippines is poised to meet this demand with its young, dynamic, English-speaking population. The challenge is to maintain and expand this advantage for all Filipinos. The story of English here is one of adaptation and empowerment. Filipinos have woven English into their culture, economy, and identity. It's the language that connects their islands and their people to the world.